Judge Martinez. Looking up, case number 2024, FC 8891. Rodriguez versus Rodriguez, Child Support Modification Hearing. Ms. Rodriguez, you're the petitioner in this case. Please step forward and state your name for the record. Elena Rodriguez. Standing nervously. Yes, Your Honor. My name is Elena Maria Rodriguez. Judge Martinez. Ms. Rodriguez, you filed this petition 3 weeks ago, requesting a modification of the existing child support order. Can you explain to the court why you believe this modification is necessary? Elena. Your Honor, thank you for hearing me today. I know the court's time is valuable. The situation is this: my ex-husband Marcus and I have been divorced for 2 years now. When we originally went through the divorce proceedings, Marcus was working as a warehouse supervisor making about $45,000 a year. The court ordered him to pay $650 monthly in child support for our 4 children. Judge Martinez. For children. How old are they? Elena. Ages 12, 10, 8, and 5, Your Honor. 2 boys and 2 girls. Judge Martinez. Continue. Elena. Well, Your Honor, about 8 months ago, Marcus started a side business. He's been flipping cars, buying vehicles at auctions, fixing them up, and reselling them for profit. At first, I thought it was just a hobby, maybe 1 or 2 cars. But then I started seeing his social media posts. Judge Martinez. Social media posts?
Elena. Yes, Mom.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. He's posting videos of himself at luxury car auctions, showing off Mercedes, BMWs, Range Rovers. He's bragging about his sales, posting screenshots of transactions. Your Honor, I have printouts here. Holds up folder. In the last 6 months alone, I can document at least 15 vehicles he's bought and sold. Based on the prices he's advertising, he's clearing anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000 profit per vehicle. Judge Martinez. That's substantial income. Mr. Rodriguez will hear from you in a moment. Ms. Rodriguez, please continue. Elena. Your Honor, I'm not trying to be greedy. I work full-time as a medical assistant. I make decent money, but raising 4 children is expensive. The grocery bills alone have tripled with inflation. My 12-year-old just got braces, that's $5,000. My 10-year-old needs asthma medication that costs $200 a month even with insurance. The 8-year-old plays soccer, and the 5-year-old is in kindergarten now and needs supplies, clothes that fit, everything. Judge Martinez. What about healthcare coverage for the children? Elena. Right now they're on state insurance, Your Honor. When we divorced, Marcus's job didn't offer family coverage, so we put them on Medicaid. But if he's making this additional income, I believe he should be contributing to private insurance or at least paying more toward their medical expenses. Judge Martinez. I see. Is there anything else you want to add before I hear from Mr. Rodriguez? Elena. Voice breaking slightly. Your Honor, I just want what's fair. $650 was appropriate 2 years ago based on his income then. But if he's making an extra $4,000 to $6,000 monthly from this car business, our children deserve to benefit from their father's success. I'm not asking for luxury items. I'm asking for help with basic needs: food, clothing, medical care, school activities. These kids are growing so fast. They need new shoes every few months, winter coats, school field trips, birthday parties. It all adds up. Judge Martinez. Thank you, Ms. Rodriguez. You may be seated. Turns to the defendant. Mr. Rodriguez. Please approach and state your name for the record. Marcus Rodriguez. Standing confidently. Marcus James Rodriguez. Your Honor. Judge Martinez. Mr. Rodriguez. I've reviewed the petition and the evidence submitted by your ex-wife. Let's start with a simple question. Are you operating a car flipping business? Marcus. Hesitating. Well, Your Honor, I wouldn't exactly call it a business. It's more like an investment strategy. Judge Martinez. An investment strategy that generates income, correct? Marcus. Sometimes, yes. But Your Honor, you have to understand how this works. It's not consistent income. Some months I make money, other months I lose money. The car market is unpredictable. Judge Martinez. But you are regularly buying and selling vehicles for profit? Marcus. I am, yes, but Judge Martinez. Then it's a business, Mr. Rodriguez. Let's not play word games. How many vehicles have you sold in the past 6 months? Marcus. Uncomfortable. I'm not exactly sure of the number off the top of my head. Judge Martinez. Your ex-wife documented 15 sales from your social media posts alone. Does that sound accurate? Marcus. Pausing, maybe somewhere around that, yes. Judge Martinez. And what's your average profit per vehicle? Marcus. Your Honor, it varies wildly. Sometimes I only make a few $100s, sometimes more. Judge Martinez. Mr. Rodriguez, I'm going to ask you directly. What is your monthly income from this car business on average? Marcus. Defensive? Maybe 3,000, sometimes 4. But Your Honor, you have to consider my expenses. Judge Martinez. We'll get to expenses. So you're acknowledging an additional $3,000 to $4,000 per month in income beyond your warehouse supervisor salary? Marcus. Yes. But it's not guaranteed income. What if the market crashes? What if I can't sell cars next month? I need to keep money in reserve for inventory, for repairs, for emergencies. Judge Martinez. Mr. Rodriguez, every business owner has those concerns. That doesn't exempt you from supporting your children. Tell me, where are these children living primarily? Marcus. With their mother, Your Honor. Judge Martinez. How often do you see them? Marcus. I have them every other weekend, and I take them for dinner on Wednesday evenings when I can. Judge Martinez. When you can. Marcus. Your Honor, the car business requires a lot of my time. I'm at auctions, I'm negotiating deals, I'm doing repairs. Sometimes I have to miss Wednesdays. Judge Martinez. So let me understand this correctly. Your ex-wife has these 4 children ages 12, 10, 8, and 5 in her care approximately 85 to 90% of the time. She's handling all the day-to-day parenting, all the school runs, all the doctor appointments, all the homework help, all the meals, all the laundry, all the emotional support. Meanwhile, you're building a lucrative side business that's generating thousands of dollars in additional monthly income. And you believe $650 a month is sufficient contribution to raising 4 children? Marcus. Growing agitated, Your Honor, with all due respect, I do contribute. I buy them things when I see them. I took them to an amusement park last month. I bought my son a gaming console for his birthday. I'm not a deadbeat dad. Judge Martinez. Firmly, Mr. Rodriguez. No one called you a deadbeat dad. But buying occasional gifts and taking children on entertainment outings is not the same as providing consistent financial support for their daily needs. Your ex-wife isn't asking you to buy gaming consoles. She's asking you to help pay for groceries, medications, braces, clothes, and school supplies. Marcus. But Your Honor, I also have expenses. I just moved into a new apartment. I'm trying to expand my business. I need capital. Judge Martinez. You need capital to expand a business? But your children need braces and asthma medication. Do you see the problem with your priorities here? Marcus. Quietly. I just think the current amount should be sufficient. Judge Martinez. Based on what? Based on an income calculation from 2 years ago that no longer reflects your financial reality? Mr. Rodriguez, child support isn't punishment. It's not about what you think is sufficient, based on your own lifestyle choices. It's about ensuring that children have adequate support from both parents in proportion to each parent's income and the children's needs. Judge Martinez. Picking up documents? Let me review what's been presented here. Ms. Rodriguez provided Instagram posts, Facebook marketplace listings, and bank deposit records that she obtained through legal discovery. Mr. Rodriguez, these posts show vehicle sales totaling over $90,000 in the past 6 months. Even accounting for your acquisition costs and repairs, that suggests significant profit margins. Marcus. Your Honor, those numbers don't tell the whole story. Some of those sales fell through. Some buyers backed out. Elena. Interjecting, Your Honor, if I may? I have screenshots showing him celebrating sales, posting thank you messages to buyers, showing vehicles being driven away. These aren't fell-through deals. These are completed transactions. Judge Martinez. Ms. Rodriguez. I'll review all the evidence. Thank you. Turning back to Marcus, Mr. Rodriguez, did you report this business income on your most recent tax return? Marcus, hesitating. I'm working with an accountant to get everything properly filed. Judge Martinez, that's not what I asked. Did you report this income? Marcus, not all of it yet, no. Judge Martinez, so you're operating a cash business and not properly reporting income. You understand that's a separate legal issue? Marcus, yes, Your Honor. Like I said, I'm working with an accountant. Judge Martinez, making notes? Here's what concerns me most, Mr. Rodriguez. It's not just that your income has substantially increased. It's that you've made no effort to voluntarily increase your support for your children. You didn't come to your ex-wife and say, "My financial situation has improved. Let's adjust the support agreement." Instead, she had to investigate, document, file a petition, and bring you to court. That suggests a lack of good faith on your part. Marcus, Your Honor, I was going to talk to her about it eventually. I just wanted to make sure the business was stable first. Judge Martinez, eventually? It's been 8 months. How stable does a business need to be before you help support your children? Marcus, no response. Judge Martinez, let me ask you something else. You mentioned buying your son a gaming console. How much did that cost? Marcus, about $500. Judge Martinez, and the amusement park trip you mentioned? Marcus, maybe $300 for tickets, food, everything. Judge Martinez, so in 1 month, you spent $800 on entertainment and gifts, but you think $650 per month for 4 children's basic needs is sufficient? Marcus, realizing the contradiction, I didn't think about it like that. Judge Martinez, here's what I'm going to do. Based on the evidence presented, I'm finding that Mr. Rodriguez has been earning substantial additional income from his vehicle resale business. While Mr. Rodriguez argues this income is inconsistent, the documented pattern over 8 months demonstrates regular, ongoing business activity generating significant profit. Judge Martinez, continuing, for child support calculation purposes, I'm going to conservatively estimate Mr. Rodriguez's monthly business income at $3,500, in addition to his documented warehouse supervisor salary of $45,000 annually, which breaks down to $3,750 per month gross. This brings his total monthly gross income to $7,250. Marcus, looking worried, Your Honor, Judge Martinez, Mr. Rodriguez, I'm not finished. After standard deductions and taxes, your net monthly income is approximately $5,900. Under our state guidelines, for 4 children, the base child support obligation is 25% of net income. That calculates to $1,475 per month. Elena, surprised, oh my, Judge Martinez. Additionally, Mr. Rodriguez, you are hereby ordered to obtain private health insurance for all 4 children within 60 days. If you fail to do so, you'll be required to reimburse the state for Medicaid costs, which will add approximately $300 per month to your obligation. I strongly suggest you obtain that private insurance. Marcus, Your Honor, that's more than double what I'm paying now. I don't know if I can. Judge Martinez, interrupting, Mr. Rodriguez, you just testified that you make $3,000 to $4,000 monthly from your car business. Even after this child support order, you'll still have more disposable income than you had 2 years ago. The question isn't whether you can afford it. The question is whether you're willing to prioritize your children's needs. Judge Martinez, looking at both parties, let me be clear about something. Children are not financial burdens to be minimized. They are human beings with needs, rights, and futures that depend on both parents fulfilling their responsibilities. Ms. Rodriguez is providing the vast majority of the time, energy, and daily care for these children. The least you can do, Mr. Rodriguez, is provide adequate financial support proportional to your actual income. Marcus, subdued, yes, Your Honor, I understand. Judge Martinez, the modified child support order of $1,475 per month will begin on the 1st of next month. This is a substantial increase from your current obligation, so I'm not ordering retroactive payment for the past 8 months. though Ms. Rodriguez would have been entitled to request it. Elena, thank you, Your Honor. That's more than fair. Judge Martinez, Mr. Rodriguez, I'm also ordering you to provide quarterly financial statements showing your business income. If your income increases significantly beyond what we've calculated today, Ms. Rodriguez has the right to petition for another modification. Similarly, if your business income genuinely decreases for an extended period, you have the right to petition for a reduction. But you need to maintain accurate records and be transparent about your earnings. Marcus, yes, Your Honor. I'll do that. Judge Martinez, one more thing, Mr. Rodriguez. I noticed you mentioned missing Wednesday dinners with your children because of business obligations. Let me remind you that financial support is only one aspect of parenting. Your children need your time and presence as much as they need your money. I encourage you to make your parenting time a priority, not something that happens when you can. These children are only young once. Don't let your business cause you to miss their childhood. Marcus, emotional. You're right, Your Honor. I can do better. Judge Martinez, I hope you will. Ms. Rodriguez, is there anything else you need to address today? Elena, no, Your Honor. Thank you so much for listening and for being fair to my children. Judge Martinez, you're welcome. It's clear you're doing your best to provide for them. This order should help ease some of the financial pressure. Mr. Rodriguez, do you have any questions about this order? Marcus, no, Your Honor. I understand everything. And, turning to Elena, I'm sorry. I should have done this on my own. You shouldn't have had to bring me to court. Elena, nodding, I just want what's best for our kids. Marcus, that's all I've ever wanted. Judge Martinez, standing, this court is adjourned. The clerk will provide you both with copies of the modified order. Mr. Rodriguez, your first payment under the new amount is due on the 1st of next month. If you fail to make payments, Ms. Rodriguez can petition for wage garnishment. Let's not make that necessary. Marcus, yes, Your Honor. It won't be necessary. Elena, to Marcus, I didn't want it to be like this, confrontational. Marcus, sighing, I know. I was being stubborn. And honestly, selfish. Seeing those numbers laid out like that, hearing the judge say it all out loud, it made me realize how I've been thinking about this all wrong. Elena, the kids miss you, Marcus. They ask about you all the time. This was never about punishing you or taking your money. It's about making sure they have what they need. Marcus, I get that now. And the judge was right about the time thing too. I've been so focused on building this business that I've been treating my own kids like they're an obligation instead of the most important thing. Elena, you're a good father when you're present. You just need to be present more often. Consistently. Marcus, nodding. I'm going to do better. With the money and with my time. Can I maybe pick them up this Friday? Take them for the whole weekend, not just Saturday? Elena, smiling slightly, they'd love that. Just text me so I can make sure they don't have conflicting plans. Marcus, I will. And Elena, thank you for not asking for the back pay. The judge said you could have. Elena, I'm not trying to destroy you financially, Marcus. I just needed things to be fair going forward. Plus, I know getting the private insurance and adjusting to the new payment amount will take some time. Marcus, I'll have the insurance set up within 2 weeks. I'm not waiting the full 60 days. Elena, that would be great. The kids really need it, especially with Maya's asthma. Marcus, how is she doing? Still having attacks? Elena, a few times a month. That medication I mentioned in there? It helps, but the specialist said she might need a different one that's even more expensive. With the insurance you'll be getting, we can explore better treatment options. Marcus, looking guilty. I should have known all this. I should have been asking about these things. Elena, well, now you will, right? Marcus, right? Absolutely. Pause. Do you think the kids are mad at me for not being around more? Elena, they're kids, Marcus. They don't stay mad. They just want their dad. Show up, be consistent, and they'll be thrilled. It's really that simple. Marcus, determined, starting this Friday. And every weekend I'm supposed to have them. No more excuses about the business. Elena. Good. They need that. Checking her phone. I have to get back to work. My lunch break is almost over. Marcus, of course. I'll text you about Friday. And Elena, I really am sorry for making you go through all this. Elena, sincerely, I appreciate that. Let's just move forward and do what's right for the kids. Marcus, deal. Have a good rest of your day. Elena, you too, Marcus. Child support is calculated based on each parent's income and the needs of the children. When a parent's financial situation changes significantly, either parent has the right to request a modification of the support order. Parents are encouraged to communicate openly about financial changes and adjust support agreements voluntarily, without court intervention. However, when voluntary agreement isn't possible, the court system exists to ensure children receive adequate support. Remember, child support isn't about the relationship between parents. It's about ensuring children have the resources they need to thrive. If you're facing a similar situation, consult with a family law attorney in your state to understand your rights and obligations.